gameplay is gameplay is gameplay. Oh cool, Horn Spear's level 3. Okay, cool. So, then with that in mind, with everything seemingly fine, welcome back to Secret of Evermore Plus. What I have deemed this ROM hack improved Secret of Evermore playthrough. We totally forgot to do something, so we're gonna run back and do that. And we're not even gonna fight anything, because I did tons of grinding off screen, so we are 100% in a position where we can kick everything's ass. We got the dog's weapon level up, so that's why he's able to charge and do massive damage, hitting weak points for massive damage, as the meme goes. Unintentionally, I got the spear up to level 2. Sorry, I burped a bit. I ate a bunch of brownies before this, because I'm a fatty. Bam! Look at that. I totally missed. That's exactly what this weapon's supposed to do. Oh no, I am dyings and everything. Anyway, let's... Oh wow, this is missing a lot more than I expected it to. It's probably because I'm aiming at things off screen. Who knows? I don't. But I expect it'll do way better against Salabog than against Vipers. Because Vipers, I don't know if they have a bunch of dodge, but they probably do. Smack! Look at that. That's damage. Anyway, we're gonna haul ass here. We don't have time to fight these guys because we're in a good position. Blah, 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 blah. Now, interesting thing about this ROM hack that I found out about way later when I watched speedruns, which is why I'm running back here in the first place, because we're not necessarily going to be doing speedruns tactics during this game, but to showcase how to do them. If you wanted to. If you wanted to be a crazy speedrunner person, you can. I thought, you know, I could probably speedrun this game, and then I watched actual speedruns of it, and man, there's things I don't know. But we're right here. This guy, if you actually saved Strongheart, you can get the Defend, which is a buff, but more importantly, what it does is it increases your armor, which sounds nice and good and great, but that doesn't really matter. What matters is that it is a buff or a debuff for a later trick in the game. Oh god, that is so painful. Where are we? We're in the volcano again. Let's heal up here real quick, because we could do that. I don't know if I've leveled heal up while I was off camera, but who knows. What I probably should have done is been quiet during all that, and we could have just fast forward right through it, but who cares? Anyway, neat little speedrunning trick is if the dog manages to get behind one of the rocks, because he is not limited by their fucking geometry or barrierness or any of that. He can just walk right through anything. So if you ever stand near it and he walks through it, you can just switch to him and you're through. You don't even need any of the levitate spells to get through this game. Oh my, let's get, I think we want this one. You'd think I'd remember these things with how many times I've played through this game. Anyway, so, but with the two-player mod, you can easily just walk through on your own using one as the dog and then switch. In theory. I'm sure you could do it. I didn't. But anyway, Fire Eyes, all this stuff you've seen before. Let's fast forward through this cutscene if we're not already. Our good old friend Magmar. Let's just push his doo-doo in. Man, with the dog at level 2 and the Horn Spear at level 3, or whatever. Let's still heal up. Healing up is still a good idea. We don't want to just die and look stupid. It's the last thing we want to do. We don't want to look stupid at all. I wonder, do we even have Defender? Yeah, let's do that too. And it kind of nullified that. Anyway. So we're easily able to outdamage Magmar at this point, I'd like to think. Because we do hundreds of damage and he'll only heal up hundreds of damage. But we do 200s of damages and he only heals for 100s of damages. Whoops. I need to do that whole healing thing. Oh, my dog has missed. That is unfortunate. I'm a bit rambly right now because you know, you can't exactly think about what you're saying when you're trying to fight a boss. You just gotta kind of hope you're doing the right thing and kicking his butt. Oh my dear. This dog has wasted his attacks, and so have I. This is not good for us, because Magmar is catching up. Oof. Bap. In the normal game, you could just spam your spells and easily kill him. Unless he manages to curl up. Oh my, is the dog dead? Is our dog deceased? He has become death. Destroyer of worlds. Let's stuff a biscuit in his mouth and call it a day. That heat wave is a spell you want to watch out for in any situation, because it can push your doo-doo in if you're not paying attention. It can generally do about 50 damage in the base game if you're not paying attention and got all your things equipped right. The dog is already down again. Let's heal him right back up, and yeah, let's do some more healing. But I think we're doing alright this fight. I don't think we're doing terrible. Every time I fight this guy and thought I was doing... Oh my, we have both whiffed our attacks. This is the opposite of good. Come on, dog. Oh my dear. We're going to have to probably try and throw this nearly fully charged spear at this guy and then try and heal. And hope he doesn't kill us. We're gambling, man. Oh, okay. Toss the spear, and we gotta wait for what? 100%. Ooh, we're close to death, but bam! Should be back to full. If not, we'll heal one more time. It's good enough. Come on, let's have the dog. Ooh, whiff his attack. This is not looking good for us. I think what we are going to do is focus on the combat. We are going to fast forward through till things actually happen. But shouldn't take too long. Things seem to be going alright. Not super terrible. Could be going a bit better. I mean, we're gonna... What? Oh, hey! Dog became fully healed because he killed the boss. This is perfect. Hooray! We didn't even need to really fast forward. And if we did... who cares? We won the battle, but not the war. We are going to progress. We're going to get some heat going. So long, us. And we get sent flying up out of the volcano, over the bug muck, over the everything. Oh my, into the river. This is an interesting cutscene because our character somehow survived a volcano explosion and a massive fall. But this is an imaginary world, and these are all areas and things that are never seen again. This game, very interesting in its cutscenes, in that it actually spent money on them and didn't just reuse assets. Well, some of the assets I'm sure are reused, but I've never seen that shell twice that we were surfing in or whatever. Anyway, here we are at the pirates' village, washing up. I don't want to think what they've done to our bodies while we were sleeping. Sure, they've got their hands on some booty. Anyway, our dog is much gone because, wow. Anyway, we can wander around a bit. I don't really know what there is to do here. I mean, we can talk to these guys, but I don't think many of them have anything of actual value to say to us. Blah, 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 blah. None of this really matters, but there is a gourd back here I think we could steal some wax from. Because wax is very important. If it wasn't important, why would it be in your ears? I don't know why I said that, but let's continue on. Let's go rummage through some things. These ones, they look like normal pots, but they clearly have tiny things, and you can't actually steal anything from them. My screen fell asleep. How an awkward timing for that, but I need to get used to it. This guy sells you items. Oh, but first, what we need to do is change our money. So look, bam, we got 2,000 of jewels, which are good. Biscuits, nectar, and essence. But since we have the healing spell, we do not need nectar anymore because we could heal way more and hold way more. So it doesn't really matter. Biscuits, however, very useful still, but we don't have our dog currently. So we don't really need to spend our money there. Big guy getting us stuck. There's a guy up there. I think you could talk to him if you try. There's an elevator goes down to the ground. Very useful for when you have the dog, I think. But who cares? I think this is the inn. Is it? But we don't really need any inn stuff. But we will save, because that's a smart idea. Anyway, not much to really do in this city area. This guy does sell armor, which is useful. However, most of it will be replaced by better items, which I don't remember off the top of my head because I'm a pile of shit. But we're gonna get our hands on this stuff here real quick. We'll throw it on. And we'll get to a point where we're in a good position. I should probably also sell my old shit that is no longer useful. Let's do that while we're here. There we go. Whopping probably only 100 jewels. But bam, boom, bibbity bop, we're done with this area for the most part. I think there's something else here. No, there is not. Okay, I'm wrong. To the left is not where the story wants us to go. We want to go to the right. These guys will inflict curse on you. These guys will hurt you. This is one of the landing pads that I mentioned previously. Now we go in here, pop up here. These guys, Mad Monks, I believe, will curse you if they hit you sometimes. It's kind of sucky. This area over here has 2 vases, but a gorge that's blocking it off. We'll figure out how to cross that when we come to it. But here's our old friend Blimp. How the fuck he got here? No idea. Now, Anyway, an interesting thing is you can glitch the transition screen when you go into the bottom cave to the top cave, and if you press select at the right time, you'll end up controlling the dog when you're not supposed to. That's how speedrunners can glitch through parts of this game, which is interesting. But speaking of our buddy the dog, how we got jammed into the water canals, we will never know. Some speculate that it is because he was once a big dog and now he's a tiny dog. Look at his new sleek form. Probably one of my second favorite. Well, no, I like all of his forms. They're all very unique and very interesting. And we could talk to this man. Look, he... dogs. So we're in the courtyard as the dog. Isn't that fun? We're supposed to go up into there, I believe, but we could still kind of wander around, stick around out here. Enjoy the scenery a bit, but there is none. There is just 2 water fountains and a nice lady. Interesting things is that if you talk to people as the dog, sometimes they will give you things like biscuits. I don't know which ones they are off the top of my head, so and it's generally not necessarily worth it. But Pompolonius here is an advisor. Oh right, I remember who this fellow is. Can't expect dogs to slide into the palace, and then bam boom, slid into the palace, because that's how games work. But Blimp has made a thing for us to do stuff. Now we get the best spell in the game, or at least the best spell in the base game. Whether or not it still is has yet to be seen. It is cheap and very potent, so to be able to kind of just get your hands on it. But since we aren't going to be really casting spells anymore, it should be fine. Now we are in the Great Desert, and here is our boatman who will do boat things for us. But that doesn't really matter. Now there is a spell in the middle of the desert called Sting. It is very not useful. It's just kind of a damage doing spell, as potent as about Acid Rain, relatively. Now there is a way to glitch through the entirety of the desert. However, I don't know it off the top of my head. I accidentally accomplished it one time, but this is not that time. There are a bunch of new enemies on the screen. CJ's gonna love me because we've just run into 3 enemies in the manner of like 10 seconds. So watch out for those cards, they could hurt you. But there we go. It's something that the developers have put into the game to easily skip across it. I'm kind of glad that I managed to nail it on screen again, so I'm kind of proud of me.